If that power gets unleashed where they have unfettered control of that, you won't be hearing conversations like this.
No, not at all.
Because we could be deemed a threat.
And that is why today I am announcing this government will make a new free of charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work by the end of this Parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. It's as simple as that.
Mandatory, that's crazy.
Because decent, pragmatic, fair-minded people, they want us to tackle the issues that they see around them. And of course, the truth is,
do you see how he framed that?
We won't solve our problems if we don't also take on the root causes, looking upstream to tackle poverty, conflict.
So, just a couple things. The root causes is uncontrolled immigration that the UK has had. You talk to people who have actually lived and built in the British society in that area, is that they don't recognize their own country. There's whole sections in London that have Sharia law. My point in saying that is the reason why I'm going there is because Keir Starmer has said this is going to help them with their issue that they have with illegal workers in the country. So he's been unable to answer how it's going to curb that.
Exactly.
Because as an employer, so employers will have to see, well, that's not going to work. Like,
yeah, and I can't get myself past this yet. If anyone ever frames anything that way, like for example, what he just did there, if you don't agree with me, you are not pragmatic, forward-thinking, kind, loving person, and you must agree with my opinion. And if you're not, you are that. It's like, if anyone ever says anything like that to you, that it should be the biggest warning, red light,
totally.
like just warning. That is manipulation, deception. It's brutal. If someone's trying to do that, especially if they're in a position of power, it's just it's an awful thing to do. I would argue it means their argument or their statement they're about to say is weak, and they're trying to intimidate you into believing what they are saying. Yeah,
exactly. And again, this comes down to the control. Why does it? What does it mean for Canada? Well, Prime Minister Mark Carney was asked recently, "Will this be in Canada?" And he had, I would say, a real tough time answering that question when it could have been a very simple no. This will never happen in Canada. But it's about a 2-minute answer that didn't really.
And there's the reason they're saying
much.
That is they're saying that he's got a buddy.
Well, they're connections
buddies,
too,
right?
but also pile this on the C8 and C9.
100%.
Layering of control mechanisms that where government has got more and more power. Digital ideas, and it's not just David thinking this. There was a ton of people that have come out against it. Chamath, who's a tech investor, billionaire, brilliant thinker, host of the largest podcast in the world, All In, like, you know these guys, Chamath. He came in and said, this is an extremely slippery slope for the UK. Konstantin Kisin, who's a great thinker, has come out and said, digital ID has nothing to do with immigration. Just think critically for 3 seconds. Britain currently has up to 1 million illegal immigrants. Many, if not most, are known to the authorities, and yet they're still here. The reason that they're here is not that we can't identify them. That's what the digital ID does. It helps you identify. It's because we won't deport them even when we know who they are. This is not about immigration. It's about building a control infrastructure. It's why Blair tried and failed to push it through 20 years ago. And he goes, imagine a government. This is what the UK government does. Imagine a government which routinely arrests people for jokes, for memes, also locking people in their homes during COVID, and think that half the country is far right, what they could do with these types of tools at their disposal. So they're going that route.
And you're not exaggerating. For certain jokes and memes, what he means by that, because the first time he said that, I didn't know what you meant.
Yeah.
For posting jokes, for posting memes, deemed as hateful and arresting them in their homes. So I don't think a lot of people are actually like watching what's happening in the UK. It is not freedom.